Hi, students. It's Professor Kelly. How are you? I just got through reading most of your discussion posts for week two. That's for the introduction, chapter one and chapter two of Tattoos on the Heart. And I just want to say I am utterly impressed by your level of analysis and insight and the way that you have engaged with each other. Well done. So I just want to touch on a few things and just kind of take a look at things that you said and point certain things out. Let's see, Cameron, you brought up the story of Willie at the ATM when Father G gives him some money and is there for him. I feel like I agree with you. This is just one of the very first examples that we see of Father G just being present, being there, really taking on the role of a parental figure that many of these young men and women don't have. And again, the question that I posed was, how do these first few chapters really show us what the foundation of Homeboy Industries is, what it stands for? And many of you, all of you really, mentioned and used these examples of how these stories really exemplify boundless compassion, which is obviously in the title of the book, Tattoos on the Heart, The Power of Boundless Compassion. And so, again, the story of Willie is just one of them. Oh, yeah. And Cameron, a few of us really liked that you called him a Jesuit Batman. That was great. Let's see, Jimena, you touched on the theme of inclusivity, which I really liked a lot because, yeah, I would say that is something huge that is foundational at Homeboy Industries. Everyone is included, no one is excluded. If anything, those that are typically excluded, those that we as a society put on in the margins, Homeboy Industries allows in, and so that's a huge message. Let's see, let's keep going. Nico, you mentioned the story of Scrappy, which so many of you mentioned actually. And Scrappy, if you don't remember, I know there's a lot of names in these. He is, he's the man who put a gun to Father G's head. And I can say, in all sincerity, I don't know if I would have been as forgiving as Father G. And again, we'll talk about this a lot more, but a huge theme in the book is giving people limitless second chances. So if you need a second chance, if you need a third chance, if you need a fourth chance, this is what you get. Because we're not all ready when someone gives us a second chance. Sometimes we need more, and I would say Scrappy is a really good example of that. A couple of others. Oh yeah, Oz, you brought up Rigo and his mother, and as a parent, that story really resonated with me. Rigo's mother took 7 buses to go see him in prison. And that character really stands for this idea of, how many chances do you need? I will give you as many as you need. So it didn't matter how many buses she had to take. She was going to be there for him. And so I feel like her character really exemplifies this idea of boundlessness, right? Of limitlessness. There is no number that will be too great for me to be there for you. I loved that. So I'm glad you brought her up. Daiki, you brought up Lula. And again, I think going back to this idea of inclusivity, Lula is someone who, um, is neurodiverse. I think they mentioned that in the book. And he doesn't really, we get the sense he doesn't really have a family of his own to support him. And Homeboy Industries is there for him. So I'm glad you brought up Lula's story. Again, so many of you touched on so many stories, and we can't cover them all in this discussion. But we can certainly try. It's a book I've read many times, and talking about these stories never gets old. I want to see if there's anybody else. I mean, I wish I could just touch on everything that everyone said, but again, then this video would be about an hour long. Um, so yeah, well done. Oh, Edson, you brought up Caesar. That's right. I do also love the story of Caesar, and again, it's Father G basically always saying yes. If you need me, if you need this, then yes, I am there for you. And he ends up buying him clothes because he needs it. So again, and that's right. Caesar calls Father G in the middle of the night, and Father G's like, "Yes, you woke me." But again, I'm there for you. It doesn't matter. So I appreciate all of your discussion posts, and I look forward to the next one. All right, well done, students. Thank you.